I am terrified to death.
Okay.
A prominent New Mexico attorney says he's scared to death after a break-in to his office.
Wow.
But what's extra unusual about this case? The man who called police for help was already in hot water.
Thomas Clear.
Thomas Clear III was already implicated in an alleged money laundering scheme. It was so intense that the FBI even raided his office. And weeks after those raids, this burglary.
One bullet, shards everywhere.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's set the scene. Today's story takes us to Albuquerque, New Mexico, home of defense attorney Thomas Clear III. He worked at a home there, the one shown on the body camera recording. He used it as an office. Before this recording was even taken, though, Clear was in some legal trouble. Investigators say he was behind a decades-old DWI scheme, and here's how it went. Officers, deputies, and state troopers would pull over someone they believed to be drunk driving, like normal. But when it came to find an attorney, these drivers were directed to Thomas Clear III. Clear would then urge these drivers to pay their attorney retainers in cash, and this cash was split between Clear, his paralegal, and the rest was used to pay off the cops to either not show up at court or never pursue charges. All of this came to light last year when the FBI raided Clear's Albuquerque home office in January of 2024. But just weeks later, local officers were back to the home for a different reason.
Hey boss, how you doing?
Scared to death.
What's going on?
So the FBI raided my house 3 weeks ago yesterday. Not my office.
3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay.
They raided my paralegal's house.
Yeah.
They raided his house hard, like
Yeah.
with tanks
Oh.
and everything. They did not raid my house, but they raided the office.
Yeah.
To top it off, yesterday the agents came and took my phone and my laptop to mirror them. So I don't have my phone right now.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and using this is my wife's phone. I got on Ring and let's see, where is it? Home, here it is. All the power is off at the office, and if you go to the history, person detected in driveway at 5:05.
Can I see?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in front of my camera there you can see. Two guys walking.
Two guys walking.
Is this your residence or your office?
This is the office. It's just up the street. And then when I called the FBI after I called 911, then here is a couple of minutes later, I think,
One walking.
around. And that's the side in the backyard. And then a couple of minutes later, or a minute later, you see him come around the corner. I came to the office, got dressed, came to the office, and the power's been cut, and they broke into it, and they ransacked it. But they were looking for something. And I'm not sure the name of the agents, but I mean, this is a big deal that's going on right now. And I'm scared to death.
Okay, I know you're multitasking when you're watching our videos, and if you're running errands, listen up. I have to tell you about this free app called Upside that gets you cash back on daily essentials. I use it every time I pump my gas because it's so easy and it's free, so why not? All you have to do is download the Upside app and claim an offer for whatever you're buying. Simply pay as usual and then follow the steps on the app to get paid. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside, or scan the QR code on your screen and use our promo code BODYCAM to get an extra 25 cents back on every gallon on your first tank of gas. This next part of the body camera recording is a little ironic, considering the charges Clear then faced and has now been convicted of. You'll hear him mention helping people, specifically police officers.
My life has gone so upside down, and all I've ever done is love on my clients and help people, right? Especially police officers.
At this point, it becomes obvious that the officers will have to check out Clear's house.
If anybody is inside, do you wish to press charges on them?
Absolutely.
Okay. And
I'm terrified right now.
any dog? Another officer is en route. Since you've kind of gone into the downstairs, we can clear. You want us to go inside and make sure no one's inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you said you locked it. Can I have the key for it?
Absolutely.
And then if we find no one inside of it, what we'll do is I'll give you a call,
Okay.
and have you come back up to
Okay.
the residence,
Okay.
and then we'll call for a crime scene investigator to come and start trying to process evidence and
And I
photograph
think
everything.
I contacted the FBI, but I don't have my phone. I
Yeah.
have my phone in my.
Otherwise, you would have more of a
I'd
direct
be
number to
blind. I
someone.
could call somebody and get an agent out here immediately.
Okay.
They were at my office for 10 hours.
You'll get time to try to do that while
Okay.
we get over that. But I'm going to get up there. The other officer should be here in a second, and then we'll go and clear the inside. I don't think because you went in on the inside.
I don't think there's anybody in there. That's
I
kind of
don't.
my.
Yeah, that's what I'm also thinking is we don't need a canine to go through
Right.
because it's kind of already been cleared a little
Right.
bit. And
Yeah, I
but-
think if my wife goes, get out of there now.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, I'll go check upstairs. She goes, get out of there now.
Smart. Okay, so stay inside your car and get warm.
Okay.
And get dry and try to get a hold of whatever you need to, and then I'll give you a call here shortly.
I am terrified they're going to kill
Okay.
me.
On the ride over to the home, first responding officers discuss their plans.
How will we approach this?
Sounds like he already went inside. So, what I asked a couple of very specific questions to him. If there's anybody inside, does he wish to pursue charges? He said absolutely. Asked if there was any guns or anything inside of the residence so we know what we're going into in the beginning. If someone is still in there, he said no, but also someone else used the office, so he doesn't know. And that he already cleared some of it, and it's not a. So K9 has very specific instructions of when they will come out and stuff, and because this is a residence that's used as a business and it's already been partially clear, there was forced entry, that it's not over a certain square footage, then they won't come out. And I would contact the supervisor if I thought it was even close and ask him, hey, this is what we got. Do you think we should wait for K9? But because he's already gone inside and cleared some of it, he wishes to pursue charges. It's a residence. We have to clear the inside of it, basically upstairs. So then we will go in and we'll open the door. We'll announce. It's Albuquerque Police Department. Anybody inside, let yourself known. Come to the sound of my voice with your hands free and clear, and I can ensure your safety. Do it now. Wait. Give another announcement. Final warning: if we locate you inside the residence, force may be used against you. Then we go inside and we're going to clear the residence. We'll have our guns out, our lights, all that stuff, depending on what's on the inside. And then we'll clear room to room, all the way upstairs, make sure no one's inside. Then I'll come out. If no one's inside, we'll contact him to come up. We'll call for a CS to come and process the scene wherever we see evidence at. And then when he gets here, we'll ask him not to touch anything and ask him where he already has touched. We'll have photographs done of the point of entry, anything that's been taken. We'll start documenting and getting that information from them.
Once they arrive to Clear's home, the first two officers meet up with a third.
Hey, boss. No worries, man. I know you came from way downtown. We've been live this whole time. We met with him down the street. He showed on surveillance footage at 5:06 this morning. Two gentlemen walk up, and then they go off camera. And then they show up on another camera walking to the side, and then they show up on another camera walking to the back. Broken window. He says shortly after the third camera captured them, the power was cut off.
As they're walking inside, one of the officers seems to have recognized Clear, or at least his name.
Do you know if it's Thomas Clear?
I actually don't remember his name right off the top of my head.
When they get to the front door, officers call out just to make sure no one's inside.
Attention inside residence, it's the Albuquerque Police Department. Anybody inside, you're under arrest. Come to the front door, make your presence known now. Attention to the residence, it's the Albuquerque Police Department. Anybody inside, you're under arrest. Come to the front door, make your presence known now. Attention to the residence, the Albuquerque Police Department. This is your third and final warning. Anybody inside, you're under arrest. Come to the front door, do it now.
Opens up to the left, it looks kind of like a center room. There continues to the right, to the west, and back behind us to the left, to the east. I'll move in and go towards the right. I think it's like a little dining area, a nook. If you guys want to aim towards the left.
Okay. So,
I'll look here for just
yep.
split level.
We'll clear this group. One room here, I'll clear real quick.
From here, officers go room to room.
Small empty clear coming back. Open dining room that way. And stairs downstairs.
Let me just walk this room to the whole space.
Yep.
So I got the clear through into the kitchen here. You guys, can one of you hold on the staircase and then the other come through the kitchen?
Yeah. Stay right there. Just walk that way.
We got more rooms back here.
Copy.
All just office stuff. This here is clear. Stepping out.
All right.
Stepping out. Stepping up to you.
Downstairs, opening left and right. Stay.
Do you want to take your crew with you?
I got you. Office big to the right. Big office to the left. Through and through. Okay, gonna come up to you and move past. Clear coming back. Clear coming up, boss. There's a back door that way that is smashed and open to the entry point.
To the west.
Yeah, it's a walkthrough on this other side here. And it comes through, but there's a bullet. One bullet, shards everywhere.
Like old military rifles up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll try not to touch anything. Yeah. Cool. He says weeks ago it was raided by the FBI, but
Yeah.
it's clearly on camera it's two men walking up in dark clothes and stuff.
Probably been stabbed.
Do you think that they exited through there?
No, this is the way they came because they were caught on the camera going to the front, the side, and then the back. And then the power was cut off. So this is where they entered at.
Okay.
Because then the glass is coming this way. So they threw something through. There's a lot of stuff to document. All right, let's get out of here and we'll call him and tell him that no one's inside. He can come up. And
After they make sure everything is clean, officers call Clear back to the house.
yeah. So you can definitely see in that downstairs like back room area where they broke the glass and came inside. Already called for a crime scene investigator to come here to photograph and document everything. If you want to go a walkthrough with us, you're best not to touch anything because we may need to get prints or DNA off of anything. And just kind of
The only things I touched were I closed the door downstairs, and I closed the door to the garage.
okay. But we've touched these things with our bare hands as well. they're common places that they really can't be done anyway. So
The officers then walk through the home once again, but this time with Clear, who points out what items were moved and what items may have been taken.
See, this one's the weirdest thing.
because this is open.
That's open.
Because who, for one, it's just a bench. How would somebody know that?
Nobody would know that unless, but my paralegal would know that.
Okay.
Because he's been here 14 years.
Yeah.
That stuff, they were looking for something.
Yeah. Yeah. Every cabinet has been opened. Every drawer.
And then out here, wow, they took this out.
What is that?
It was underneath there. It's a bucket that I keep underneath there. I think it may have been out here. It may have been out here. Because this door, did I close that? I guess I didn't touch that bit.
Okay. Does anything look disturbed in here?
In here, that would have been closed. I've been practicing since 1982. My dad started practicing in 1956. I have files from 1956 back there.
Wow.
This is my paralegal's office. They didn't take anything. Well, no, they did look in here. That wasn't there.
Drawers opened in here.
They went in here.
Okay.
And I may have some cameras. Yeah, they took a ton of baseballs.
Like signed baseballs?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, okay, that was all moved. But then they were looking for something in here too.
Yeah. I see there is a bullet on the ground here.
There should be no bullet here. Wow.
Yeah. But and that towel, was that here also?
It would have been on there.
Okay. I don't see what they used to break the window, but more than likely it would be a rock or something like that, unless they just kicked it. Or
Why are these? This makes no sense. Those were in that cabinet. Yeah. It looks to me like they tried to make it look like almost.
Or maybe it was both. I know your suspicion of of everything that's going on in your life right now. It could have been both.
Right.
I mean, because how many baseballs were in here? How many, things were in here?
Right. Right. I don't know, but I'm terrified.
Just because, somebody came here for one thing doesn't mean they're going to not see something else that they want to take too. Obviously, there's papers all over the floor over here.
They weren't on the floor. We had got.
So drawers opened.
Yeah, doors weren't open.
They left your baseball bats, which I think the baseballs are more valuable than the actual baseball bats, unless it's a good baseball bat. Seen one from Bo Jackson signed the other day on Pawn Stars for $300, and I'm like, that's not very much, because Bo Jackson doesn't sign a lot of stuff.
That is, man, they hit that hard.
Yeah, which I don't see what came through it, so it could have been used. Anything out here could have been used to do it. So, well,
that was in the drawer there. That check, because it was on top. Okay, these have been opened. This is just Christmas junk up here. It's Christmas decorations and stuff. They moved. There was a suitcase downstairs.
that was up here.
That was up here.
Okay, so they touched that.
I don't remember this stuff being on the floor. When the FBI came in, they did open this up. They looked through these drawers.
Okay. Things I'll point out to the CS when we get here. All the things touched, moved, opened. And then that way they know where to look for prints and document certain things.
After this walkthrough, it's decided that the officers can turn the power back onto the house.
Can I turn the power off? Like turn the power off.
Yeah. We can turn it back on. Well, let's wait. Where is it at? And then let's see how they turned it off. Because they may have left fingerprints or something.
Well, I've already touched this, but here, we'll do it with that. This gate was open, but I closed it. I thought I had a lock on this.
So they popped open that big
Yeah, but
breaker
I thought I had a lock on it. I'm about 100% certain I had a lock on that. It's just been the worst month of my life. Let's see, where would they have cut it?
All those ones are still on. Off the main one, very top.
There it is.
Yep.
Officers then tell Clear he should make a list of all the things that are missing.
It's going to probably take you a little bit to get an itemization of all the
Right.
things missing.
Right.
But while you're working on that, go get your phone and stuff,
Okay.
and we'll wait outside for the CS to get here, and then we'll come back through and photograph and document everything.
As everyone is headed out of the home, they come across this bullet once again. And at this point, there's really no explanation why it was there.
What's with that bullet?
I don't know.
No idea.
To be honest, I mean, it's unspent. It could have been, but we'll take, more than likely, probably take it as evidence. It could have been,
I have never seen that before.
yeah. Well, we'll document everything and photograph everything, and now everything's working again, so we're good.
After this, everyone heads outside to wait for crime scene investigators.
As soon as we're finished with that, or we're about done, I'll give you a call, and that way you can get back over here.
Okay, perfect.
All right, boss?
Okay, thank you.
Drive safe out here.
Albuquerque police still have not identified any suspects in this burglary, at least not publicly. As for Thomas Clear III, just this year he pleaded guilty to that DWI scheme and charge of bribery. So far, a sentencing date has not been set. Reporting for Law&Crime, I'm Sierra Gillespie.